You know that instant panic. You're standing face to face with someone you've met 3 or 4 times, and their name is completely gone. Not on the tip of your tongue, not almost there, just erased. In the next 10 seconds, you turn into an actor in your own silent nightmare, subtly shifting your body, forcing a smile, desperately hoping someone else says their name first, or their phone rings, or honestly, the building catches fire. We've all been there. But if you chronically forget names, here's the truth most people don't know. You're not rude, you're not careless, and you're definitely not unintelligent. Something very specific is happening in your brain, and once you understand it, the guilt finally loses its power. It starts the moment you meet someone new. Your brain is already in overdrive, reading their face, analyzing their tone, figuring out the social dynamics, deciding if they like you, if you like them, and planning what to say next. Your working memory is juggling 6 things at once. Then, right in the middle of that chaos, they drop a single arbitrary sound. Hi, I'm Kevin. Kevin. It means nothing. No image, no feeling, no story. Just a random label floating in a brain that's too busy to hold it. Psychologists call this the Baker-Baker paradox. In a famous 1987 study, people remembered the word baker far better when it was someone's job than when it was their name. Why? Because as a profession, it lights up a whole web of associations: warm bread, flour dust, early mornings, the smell of an oven. As a name, it connects to nothing. It's semantically empty. Names, by their very nature, are rootless. Your brain is an efficient machine. It prioritizes meaning, emotion, and connection, not arbitrary sounds handed to you during cognitive overload. Think about the last powerful moment in your life: a funeral, a wedding, or a deep conversation. You remember the atmosphere, the emotions, the silence, the tears, the sentence that hit you in the chest. But you probably don't remember the printed details on the program. Your brain made a decision without asking you. The name was the order of service. Everything else about the person was the funeral. Here's where it gets personal. Many chronic name forgetters aren't arrogant or distracted. They're trapped in their own heads with anxious self-awareness. While the other person is introducing themselves, your internal monologue is running at full volume. Am I making enough eye contact? Was that handshake too firm? Did I just interrupt them? The name briefly registers, then gets completely bulldozed by your self-monitoring. This is known as the next-in-line effect. When your brain is already preparing what to say next, it stops properly absorbing what's being said right now. People with social anxiety or high self-awareness often live in this mode permanently, never fully present, always half a step ahead. So here's the powerful reframe. You don't have a memory problem. You have a preoccupation problem, and those are very different things. Now let's be fair to the other side. Having your name forgotten, especially repeatedly, can really hurt. It lands like a small, quiet message. I didn't matter enough to stick, even when that's not true at all. But here's what most people misunderstand about memory. It's not a perfect video recording. It's a filter. It ruthlessly keeps emotions, surprise, stories, and meaning, and often discards the label. The person who forgot your name probably still remembers you, your laugh, your story, the odd opinion you shared, the way you lit up when you talked about something you love. They were present, just not for the name part. People who forget names easily often share another trait. They tend to be highly associative thinkers. Their minds are wired for context, feelings, and stories. They might remember what someone was wearing at a party 3 years ago, or the exact look on their face when they said something meaningful. But the name? Blank. This isn't a flaw in your mind. It's simply a different architecture, one that's often better at deep listening, emotional attunement, and storytelling, and weaker at mechanical label storage under social pressure. Of course, you can get better at it. Repeat the name immediately. Link it to a vivid image or someone you already know. Create the association your brain didn't make automatically. These techniques work because you're manually building the bridge that wasn't there, but the shame spiral, that quiet belief that forgetting names makes you uncaring or absent, that part is wrong. You're not dismissive. You're not bad with people. You're someone whose brain prioritizes the real substance of who a person is over the arbitrary sound their parents gave them before they'd done anything worth remembering. The name was always the least interesting part. What you do remember, the energy, the stories, the texture of real human connection, that part has been there